Hello, and welcome back to Clay's 50 Film Challenge! Yeah! My name is Clay Johnson, and I'm continuing my 50 Film Challenge with film number 19, Delicatessen. This one was once again suggested by Adina Broomer. Thanks again, Adina. And this is, like your last suggestion, a Jean-Pierre Jeunet film. I liked this film. I will say that I was able to follow the main plot a lot more in this one than I was in the last one. There were definitely some of the side plots that were still... I didn't necessarily know exactly why they were going on, but I had a basic idea of what was going on and still found them entertaining. Real quick, so this is a film from, let's see, it was made in 1991. And like I said, it's directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. And basically it is a film about... It's the story in this one is actually really interesting because it's kind of a post-apocalyptic black comedy is the way that it's described, but it's basically set in a time period in which I guess there is, like, food itself is scarce. In fact, to the point where they use types of grains like lentils and corn and things like that for money. Basically the setting for the film is this town. I think it's mostly, at least most of the action that we see is all in this same apartment building that is run by the town butcher. Yes, he's the butcher and the landlord, played by Jean-Claude Dreyfus. Basically, at least it seems like it's understood by, if not all, the majority of the tenants, that basically the meat that the butcher provides to them is people. Because at the very beginning of the film, we see a guy who's kind of trying to get out of the building, and he ends up getting butchered by the butcher, and then the next day he's got fresh meat for everyone, and nobody seems to be confused as to where the meat came from. And so basically a guy comes in, an unemployed circus clown named Louison, who is played by Dominique Pignon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that for sure. But he was actually in the last film, in City of the Lost Children, or The City of Lost Children. You know, so basically he's been hired to do odd jobs, and he's kind of, you know, it's just a matter of time, you know, until the meat runs out or whatever happens before he's going to be the next victim. Obviously, he doesn't know that, but just about everyone else there does. And he ends up kind of starting a relationship with the butcher's daughter, Julie, played by Marie Lair-Dugnac. Yeah, forgive my pronunciation. It's really interesting because, you know, she's trying to let him know what's going on, and for one reason or another, it never happens. It keeps getting put off. Like I said, I really liked this film. Because the overall plot was not only easier for me to follow, but it was just really interesting because these people, a lot of them actually seemed to know that kind of what they were doing was wrong, but at the same time it was like, what option do we have? And so it was just a really interesting type of, you know, look at morality and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, there were some little side stories that I didn't completely understand why they were happening, even though I knew what was going on. But it didn't detract from the plot for me. I actually was able to still enjoy it, and like I said, I understood most of what was going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. So I am going to give this one. I am going to give this one a 3. I'm going to give it 3 kernels of corn. Yep, 3 kernels of corn. Thank you guys for viewing this review. As always, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my assessment, and I will be back next time with film number 20, which is Leon, the Professional. However you choose to say that title. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks again.